America's sixth-generation fighter jets are no longer a distant dream. They're arriving far sooner than anyone expected. Hidden inside secure hangars, flown during secret nighttime tests, and built under programs even many lawmakers don't know about. These jets represent the single biggest leap in air combat since the invention of stealth. And today, you're about to discover exactly what the U.S. government doesn't want its enemies to know. Before we dive into this explosive report, make sure you subscribe to Jet Force USA, because this channel brings you the latest, fastest, and most classified updates on America's next-generation air power. The National Defense Strategy calls it air dominance at any cost, and that cost is now taking shape in the form of aircraft that can hunt targets before they even appear on radar, command drone swarms, and change the entire future of aerial warfare. Let's begin. The backbone of this revolution is the NGAD program, Next Generation Air Dominance, America's answer to future threats from China and Russia. While the F-22 Raptor remains unmatched today, it was designed in the 1990s. The mission of NGAD is simple: build a fighter so advanced, so aware, and so stealthy that no rival aircraft can ever challenge the United States in the sky. What makes NGAD remarkable is not just its airframe, but its architecture. It's built to be modular, meaning its sensors, electronics, and weapons can evolve every few months instead of every decade. It is expected to fly with adaptive engines, producing unmatched range and efficiency, allowing pilots to strike targets far inside contested airspace. But the most shocking part? Experts believe the first prototypes have already flown, years earlier than the public was told. One of the most groundbreaking features of America's sixth-generation jets is collaborative combat aircraft, more commonly known as drone wingmen. These unmanned aircraft don't simply follow commands. They think, react, and fight alongside human pilots. They can jam enemy radar, launch missiles, scout dangerous areas, and even sacrifice themselves to protect the manned fighter. This system turns a single jet into an entire strike package. Imagine a future F-47 or NGAD entering hostile airspace surrounded by loyal wingmen that move like wolves hunting prey. The pilot becomes a commander, controlling. Stealth technology is evolving faster than ever before, and America's sixth-generation fighters may become nearly invisible not just to radar, but to infrared sensors, sound tracking systems, and even AI detection networks. Engineers are developing metamaterial skins capable of bending electromagnetic waves around the body of the jet. Some reports even mention active cooling systems that reduce heat signatures so dramatically that missile seekers struggle to lock on. The jets may also project false radar images, sending enemy operators ghost signals while the real aircraft moves undetected. This is stealth far beyond the F-35 or B-21 Raider. If true, it means these fighters could fly deep into enemy airspace before anyone realizes they were ever there. And in a world where detection equals death, invisibility is the ultimate weapon. Speed and maneuverability are being redesigned from the ground up. America's sixth-generation fighters may use variable cycle engines, a technology capable of shifting airflow modes during flight. This allows unmatched acceleration, efficient cruising, and extreme agility. Some analysts believe these jets might hit speeds between Mach 2.5 and Mach 3 while maintaining supercruise performance. Combined with next-gen flight control systems, the aircraft could outmaneuver any missile fired at it. Engineers are also exploring thrust vectoring designs, advanced aerodynamics, and even hybrid control surfaces that act like wings, flaps, and elevators all at once. This means the jet can maintain stability even at impossible angles. If a dogfight ever occurs between a 6th-gen U.S. fighter and current enemy aircraft, it would be like watching a Formula One car race a bicycle. Weapons technology is undergoing a dramatic leap. America's 6th-generation jets may carry long-range hypersonic missiles capable of striking targets hundreds of miles away at speeds above Mach 5. But beyond speed, these weapons use smart targeting systems powered by AI that adapt mid-flight. A missile can change course, identify new threats, and avoid decoys automatically. Some reports also mention electromagnetic weapons, like high-power microwaves, that can fry enemy radar, drones, and electronics without firing a single explosive round. Laser systems are also being tested, allowing jets to destroy incoming missiles at the speed of light. When you combine stealth, speed, drones, and powerful next-gen weapons, you get an aircraft that doesn't just win air battles, it prevents them from ever starting. Sensors are becoming so advanced that America's 6th-generation jets might see the entire battlefield at once. Using distributed aperture systems, multi-spectrum infrared, quantum radar, and machine learning analytics, these jets will recognize threats long before the enemy understands what's happening. Pilots will view the entire combat zone through augmented reality helmets, receiving real-time data layered over their field of vision. Enemy jets, ground vehicles, missiles, and even radar stations will appear as glowing markers. This is more than information. It's decision superiority. When a pilot has a full picture of the battlefield and the enemy has confusion, the outcome is guaranteed. These systems will also communicate with satellites, naval ships, ground forces, and unmanned aircraft, turning the jet into the central brain of the U.S. military network. The real mystery is how much testing has already happened. The Air Force confirmed in 2020 that a full-scale NGAD prototype had already flown. That alone was a shocking revelation. But defense insiders believe multiple prototypes may be flying right now in remote ranges across the U.S. Southwest. Witnesses have reported strange diamond-shaped aircraft, unusual engine sounds, and high-speed objects performing maneuvers no known aircraft can match. Satellite images even show new hangar constructions at secret test sites. If these sightings are connected to 6th-generation programs, then America is far ahead of its rivals, far more than anyone publicly admits. The timeline may not be 2035 or 2040 as predicted. Some analysts believe operational units could appear as early as 2029. Why the rush? Because the world is entering a new era of competition. China is racing to complete its own 6th-generation fighter, while Russia continues developing long-range air defense networks designed to target stealth aircraft. The U.S. must stay ahead, not by inches, but by decades. America's entire strategy depends on air dominance. Without it, carriers become vulnerable, bases become targets, and global influence weakens. The Pentagon knows this, which is why funding for NGAD and related programs continues to rise despite budget constraints. The U.S. military isn't just planning for the next war. It's preparing to make sure no enemy ever dares to begin one. America's 6th-generation jets represent the most advanced leap in combat aviation history. With stealth that borders on invisibility, weapons that strike before targets even realize they're in danger, and drone wingmen that transform one jet into an entire fleet, the future of air dominance is already taking shape. These aircraft aren't just weapons. They're strategic tools meant to secure peace through overwhelming superiority. And if the rumors of early testing are true, the world may see them far sooner than predicted. If you want to stay ahead of every classified update, every leaked prototype, and every piece of hidden technology shaping America's future skies, make sure you subscribe to Jet Force USA. The next era of air combat has already begun, and you won't want to miss what comes next.